Atmosphere Communications and its sister agency King James, the King James Group, were tasked to launch Burger King in May last year. The key objective for us was obviously to create hype and excitement and to drive pent-up demand for its product. The biggest challenge for us from a PR point of view is that we realized that in the same week as the launch, Justin Bieber and Bon Jovi were playing in South Africa, and that obviously consumed the media agenda. We set out to hijack the media at that stage and to drive the Burger King's arrival as one of the biggest stories during that week. We realized that in order to own the media agenda, we needed to create something that's as big as Bieber and Bon Jovi. So we set out by creating this Whopper man, which is a character which we used and treated like a celebrity. So throughout the campaign, what we did is we took him by the hand, we showed him the sights of Cape Town, we staged various kind of celebrity appearances, we even staged an appearance at the waterfront where we had a Bieber and Bon Jovi lookalike, and we did a paparazzi shot which we then leaked through social media channels. That created an absolute frenzy in the waterfront with thousands of teenagers descending, trying to get a glimpse of these three celebrities. In the lead up to the campaign, we obviously did a lot of desktop research, but one of the biggest trends that we identified was the trend of massclusivity, that desire to be first, to sample or experience something, and then being able to share that with your peers or your fans or your friends on social media channels. So that was the one key trend that we tapped into, and that coupled with the desire to not only be first, but also to rub shoulders with celebrities kind of drove the campaign. The queue was an orchestrated campaign. We drove the initial sort of 1,000 people by giving away 1,000 free Whoppers. It astounded us to see that there were like 3,500 people queuing throughout the day. And then obviously the queue continued, and it's still a phenomenon. At every Burger King during lunchtimes, people complain about the length of the queues. It's still a big phenomenon. I think one of the biggest indicators of success was the fact that Burger King, within the first 2 weeks of launching, ran out of Whopper buns. They had to fly in product from overseas, and that trend continued. There was such a pent-up demand for Whoppers that sales exceeded more than 300% than what they expected initially. One of the other big success factors were the fact that they likened it to the launch of their biggest competitor in Russia a couple of years ago. It was really a huge success, and that's one of the reasons why we won Campaign of the Year.